you're probably just starting to roll in right now, actually. So I don't know if you're here just yet, but for those of you who are here, welcome to the Overwatch Pretenders All-Star Game. We got some of the best out here. You guys have voted for them. We're going to see them go in a bunch of different challenges. And your cameraman this evening and my fellow caster is none other than Chat Noir. What's going on, Chat?
Not much is going on with you, Guff.
Not much, man. I'm excited for today. This stream is being done a little bit differently, guys. We don't have a dedicated streamer, and there's not quite the officialness of a regular game. So I think some of you might be tuning in just a little bit late, but um, should be a good time. Should be a great, interesting game. Definitely. We're not gonna be seeing our standard Overwatch Pretenders out here for sure today. So
Yeah, we're gonna be getting into some fun, like custom mode games. These are like, the fan favorites, we can call them, just kind of like the player from each team that people love the most, really great positive attitude, whatever, just a fun person in pugs, maybe. And we're just gonna see them go head to head with some fun. I think we're gonna start off with actually a free for all mode to kick things off. Right now, we are waiting for all the players. But yeah, we will start off with a free for all over on Chateau Guillard.
awesome, awesome. And this is just a standard free for all, right? Anybody can play whatever they want.
Yeah, for sure. It's a standard, and where they place in this free for all mode will actually determine what team they're going to be put in once we head over into the mystery heroes and the capture the flag and showdowns later on.
All right, sounds great. Well, I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 widows and maybe about 5 tracers. So
I mean, hey,
should
is
be a good.
is it a free for all if there isn't at least 5 tracers?
Somebody's got to be Moira. Somebody's got to be Brig. Yeah, heck yeah, So
Yeah, I
um,
think it'll be interesting to see in the free for all. Obviously, there are support players, there are tank players, there are DPS players. It's be interesting to see if kind of holds true with their roles, where you do see the DPS players like Wombo, like David, at the top, or if you see maybe some of the supports like Sweets or Cypher somehow pull off the free for all victory and get to the top.
right. I mean, in their defense, they're kind of used to this. They're probably used to having a defense roll up on the back line. Maybe they're calling out to their tanks, calling out to help me out in the back, and maybe they're just not paying attention. So they might be used to this high pressure environment where you're on that Ana or whatever, and you're having to keep that tracer running up on your back off of you. And so, yeah, it would be interesting to see how it all plays out. Or maybe those supports will finally just put down, the on a gun or the mace or whatever, and say, you know what, I'm going to show you guys how I play DPS.
Yeah,
Like this is a cool time for everybody. Hand me a gun. I'll show you how it's done right quick. So
yeah, for sure. It'll be. I mean, you could even see the Zen pull, or even just the DPS Lucio. Pulling out the DSP Stanky. That one's a throwback, and just fragging out on everyone. Like Cypher and Sweets. I brought him up. I know they both do play Zenyatta, so it'll be interesting to see, like, if they can pull out this free for all. I would call it an upset if one of these support players pulls out the #1 spot. Not necessarily a tank player, because you can do Roadhog or D.Va, who can get a lot of kills. But one of these support players, if they do come out on top, that definitely will be the upset.
yeah, that's what as soon as we said this, I actually was thinking Roadhog. I was imagining a Roadhog just running through just one shot. Now that Roadhog can pull off that one shot hook combo again on a lot of those squishy targets, I wonder if we're going to be seeing that. Maybe that would be like the favorite of the tank players playing here. Or if it will just be just a Tracer Widow free for all. Who knows? Get a little Ash in there. Could be a good time.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like the teams we might have to. Uh, okay, sorry. So
Sure.
it looks like teams are ready. We may be hopping in.
Okay.
So let's maybe cut to the action in a second once everyone hits that R and we get in.
Sure. Just for you guys watching right now, anybody who's curious, the way this free for all is going to work is there's actually 4 ride-ins who are not participating in this event, but they will be team captains for the next phase. And once these players play through, we're going to figure out their standings, figure out where they all ranked, and we're actually going to break it down and put, each. We have it set up where players with a certain standing are going to go into one team, players with this standing go into another team. We're going to kind of divide them up amongst themselves and put them to the 4 team captains after this for the next games coming up. So that should be a good time.
Yeah, and after they do put him in the captain's teams, we will be heading. Oh, just a quick rundown. We will be heading over to a Busan Mystery Heroes best of 5. where it'll be, so we have 4 different teams and 2 will pair up together on each team, and they will do best of 5 control. And each team will be assigned a certain number of points per round that they win. We have a total of 3 rounds to start. And then we're going to head into a bracket style where those 4 teams will be split up. The number 1 team versus an opponent they choose, and the other 2 will battle it out. And the winners of those games will head into a finals, which will be a team deathmatch over on Hanamura for the ASG Day 1 Championship. And at stake here is a special role in our server, bragging rights, and just even just overall being like, hey yo guys, I beat you in All-Star Day, just that bragging.
Yeah, I mean that's what gaming is when you come down to it. You're ranking comp, winning a game in here, telling your buddy that down the street, hey, I'm better at the game than you. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm the ASG champion. So how about you show me one of your medals? Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, no, dude, I really wish we had the production team, like the production value to pull out a graphic while you explain that breakdown.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Because you did a wonderful job explaining it, but there is a lot going on here. So for those of you who might be a little bit lost, we actually had to read it ourselves several times to kind of get it. The way they're doing the teams is very interesting, but it's a little complex. So you'll see it as we go through. Should be a really fun time though. And yeah, I'm excited to see who pulls us out. I'm kind of interested to see how this Mystery Heroes is gonna play.
Yeah, always be fun. I mean, you might get the random RNG of like 5 Maze, or you might get the RNG of like 4 Bastions and like a Widowmaker or something. It's really all just the RNG, and you never know what can happen. And throughout the All-Star game, we'll try to keep the viewers on top of what is happening exactly. So we'll keep trying to explain it. And if you guys do have any questions in chat, go ahead and ask them, and I will try to answer them. And it looks like Four Bears did just put out a thing explaining what will be going on for the free for all, along with the teams being selected.
Oh, okay, awesome. That was in the chat.
Yeah, I was in the Twitch chat over there.
I'm gonna pull that up real quick, so I have that on the side.
Okay, it looks like Four Bears will be answering questions. So yeah, hit up Four Bears if you have any questions regarding the games.
At Four Bears, if you want to know, what's going on in the games, how he manages to always look so good. I mean, if you have any beauty questions for him or anything, just feel free to hit him up at Four Bears. He will be there for you.
So. I think I need to take advantage of that. He looks fresh on those podcasts on Sundays.
How do you look so good all the time? These are what we want to know. So fans, go ahead and hit him up and ask him.
Questions for Four Bears. We should do a Ask Me Anything with Four Bears, definitely.
There you go. Yes.
All right.
We get any closer?
I think so. It looks like we do have all the players. It looks like we will be entering onto Chateau Guillard for this free-for-all match. It looks like the hero selection will be coming out right now.
Okay.
Let's take a look over at the hero picks once everything comes out.
Sure. We already seen that opening pick right there. Wonderful. We called it. Looking like DPS all the way down the line. We got the Brig. Nico rocking the Brig. Endo on that Winston, but everybody else taking a solid DPS pick here. My money's on the Bastion. I know when Free For All first came out, that was my favorite pick. So Wombat on the Bastion is already in the lead, and that's where I'm going to probably think it might go good for him. So, especially with Bastion's newest buffs and stuff being added in.
Yeah, for sure. And you do see Moose over on the Torbjorn. It seems like the only Torbjorn out on the field right now, and he is beating up that Bastion as we speak. Now, an interesting thing too is that those support players we were talking about in pregame, they are over onto DPS Hero, so no one's going to be trying to run that DPS Lucio or anything.
We got, yeah, exactly. And I mean, you can see almost half of the lobby was McRight clicks and tracers here, so this should be an interesting an interesting time for sure. Everybody's swapping off. Everybody just rocking the DPS now. Yeah, wow. Except for Endo on that tank.
Yeah, Endo's a main tank player, so you might feel a little bit more at home over on that Roadhog.
Right.
So it looks
That
like
makes sense in a free for all like this.
and Moose swapped from the Torbjorn over to that Symmetra, and it looks like he's kind of just going for the fun BME picks at this point.
Fair enough. There really isn't a whole lot on the line at this point. This kind of will just determine team standings and, just like anything else, a little bit of bragging rights, so.
Yeah, we may see a quick free-for-all here. It is only to 20, and it looks like Wombat over on that Bastion is already in first place early on with 9 kills.
Perfect. Awesome stuff right there. Pulling out tank mode right as the Sombra's hacking you. Did a little bit of one-tricking Bastion this season myself, and that's a big thing is, when Sombra's coming up to hack you, you can actually go into tank mode, and it won't cancel the transition of tank mode, and you can stay in it while you're hacked. Kind of a cool thing Bastion has, so.
Now, after we do say Wombat is in first place, he does seem to be getting killed a few times in a row. And Sweets over on that Sombra, one of the support players we talked about, is catching up. He is currently in second place.
Yeah, take a little advantage over there. That's pretty nice. I'm surprised to see some of these tracers, waiting for them to clean up some of these kills, Get those kill-stealing tracers we all have in our free-for-all games. Oh, there you go, Sweets taking first.
So he's dropping onto first. We're going to keep an eye on him here, see what he can do to keep that first place. He is tied with Wombat. It's like he is on Mick right click, Nico's Mick right click, and he does finish him off. He gets another kill onto David with the melee attack. Sweets extending his lead. We're going to hop over to Wombat, who is currently dead, and we're going to see what he can do to maybe try to catch up on that.
It looks like he's doing a pretty good strategy of just staying by the lifts over here. It's kind of a fun strategy as Bastion to just jump into that lift, hit your sentry mode. We're seeing another ult coming out from him. Unfortunately, getting shut down though by David with that Dragon Blade. And he does swap over to Tracer. Decides to join the Tracer crew. Looking good with those golden guns.
Our lobby right now is full of McRight clicks and tracers, so it'll be interesting to see how those interactions work out, if tracers can bait out those flashes and get some good kills in.
It seems like, and Sweet's really smart pick here. It looks like he's doing what Tracer does best. What a Tracer would do of kind of stealing the low health kills. He's doing a good job securing those low health kills, and then that TP out is just amazing. And I think as Sombra here in this deathmatch is really giving him the edge he needs to keep up, but.
He does, right there. He uses his passive, which lets him see low health enemies through walls and just steals those kills. So he is extending his lead right now. He is up by 1 kill. In a 1v, oh, he does get killed by that Ashe. Moose switching over to the Ashe. It'll be interesting to see how it works out. Mace using his ultimate solo on Moose to finish him off.
I just want to give props to Endo here, who's sticking with the tank role when nobody else will. We saw him on Hog, now he's over there on the Winston. He is trying to hold up something that nobody else will right now, and even if he's a little lower on the scoreboard, a little bit of respect to Endo.
Yeah, for sure. So we're looking at the scoreboard here. It looks like David, Wombat, Moose, and Sweets are all within 3 kills of each other, and Cypher with the double kill. Endo hopping over to the Winston here off the Roadhog. Oh, Endo suicides off the edge of the cliff. Mistimed his jump there.
Doing his best. Oh, we have Lust swapping over to that Zen. I kind of want to see what happens there. We got a support back on the field.
He gets deleted by who is at the bottom of the standings over on that McCree. It looks like Sweets is 1 kill away from winning. David is 2 kills. Wombat is 4. Could see Sweets pull it out right here. If he does, I will go crazy because Sweets pulls out the free-for-all victory.
Nice. Good stuff. Really smart play from Sweets. Like you said, seeing those low health enemies through the wall. Is everybody gonna love the strategy? No, but I mean, hey, whatever wins the free-for-all game,
Yeah,
that's the competitive edge, and so that was really good play.
David with the Dragon Blade getting 2 kills there. I think overall that was pretty crazy to see Sweets, who is a support player, pull out that Sombra and just absolutely delete people. And I know Sweets personally, I know he loves his Sombra, so it was crazy.
I just played with Sweets the other day on a stack, and I actually had him as Ana, and I think he was killing it on Ana, amazing heal. So it's cool to see them, killing it on Ana, and then also transferring those skills over here and just wrecking it on DPS. So good stuff all around. Congrats to everybody. Looks like we're probably going to be. I think they're going to be splitting the teams up right now, so we should have a moment here while we're just hanging out.
Yeah, so Forebears did put it up further up in the chat. If you just joined, uh, basically how it works is the placement of the free for all determines teams, and they will be splitting up into teams of 4, and they're going to be hopping into a Busan best of 5 control on Mystery Hero. So it'll be interesting to see how the RNG works out, to see if a team gets 5 bastions or something, or to see if a team gets the lucky draw, which is like 2 Anas, 2 Reinhardts, 2 bastions. That would be the dream from any team.
Oh, perfect. And there's the teams right there. That's nice.
So yeah, it looks like over on
Always
team
quick.
1, we got Sweets, Lust, and Cat Dad. Team 2, David, Great One Hoot. Team 3, Wombo, Nico, Mace. Team 4, Moose, Cypher, and Endo. Forebears, you're on top of it, dude. Big shout out to you.
Awesome stuff.
So it looks like we will be sorting out the teams and hop into control.
Awesome. Have they decided? So they decided like team captains and everything. I guess that's nice.
Yeah, I think they're all in casual voice channel together or something, and they are figuring this out as we speak.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, good stuff. A really good free for all to start it off with. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, for sure. That was a lot of fun to see those matchups. You see Endo sticking true to his tank. Uh going Yeah, sorry. Endo sticking to his tank, going from, I think he started off on the Reinhardt, then he swaps over to the Roadhog, and then he goes back to the Winston, although we did see him suicide off that cliff, which I think will make a great clip into a chat later.
Yeah. Overall, awesome. Good stuff. Good to see.
So, so it looks like the teams will be selected. We have Brox as team captain, who gets to pick first, then Toop, then Share, then Pack. All that was randomly ordered. We will see if that holds up.
Sounds good. I'd love to start talking predictions, but I don't know. I don't. I guess we'll have to wait until we see them matched up against each other.
Yeah, predictions are hard too, because especially in this free for all, or I mean, sorry, not free for all, Mystery Heroes, because you just don't know how the RNG is gonna work out for either team. Because that's what Mystery Heroes in itself is, RNG. In getting
Right.
some good heroes, a team can end up with a bunch of Torbjorns and Symmetras and no supports, and they can get rolled over by a team who luckily gets like a 3-3 comp or something. That would be the dream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm interested. I'm interested to see how this goes. Mystery Heroes is like one of my favorite things just to play in arcade, but it definitely can go good or bad for you. Um, I'm glad they picked a map like Busan. I think that'll make it a lot more exciting than opposed to like a payload map or something because there's kind of room. You can kind of have a, like a superstar DPS pop off a little bit more, with their pick, as opposed to a payload map where once the momentum starts and you have a good Mystery Heroes lineup, it's kind of hard to break it at a certain point. So
Yeah. So it looks like we are working on swapping the teams around. So let's see. We are going to sort this out right now and get everyone sorted.
all right. Well, for those of you who are just joining us, again, things are a little complicated, we'll say, in the way we're doing this. Just in the way we're choosing teams and stuff. Teams are being chosen right now. We have our 4 write-ins that you guys wrote in, and those are our team captains, and they are choosing from the teams that were made from the free-for-all scrim we just had. The process, again, Four Bears is in the Twitch chat. If you guys have any questions, you can ask him. But the process, he went ahead and put down in a message earlier, so if you do need that back from him, let him know. But yeah, we're just waiting right now to get the teams figured out, and then again, it will be a Busan best of 5 mystery heroes. So I am excited to see what happens.
And it looks like Brox will be picking first, and he does pick the team of Hoot, Great One, and David. So that will be Brox's team for this.
Okay.
So he picks team 2 out of the group. So it looks like Cher will be picking next. Interesting to see what Cher will go with. Interesting to see if they have a strategy here or if they're just picking, some people they know. Because if you look over at in the team of David, Great One, and Who, you got a support, you got a DPS, and over on the so it'll be interesting to see if they do pick teams with tanks in case they do get those tank picks in these mystery heroes. And if they go over and if they do the 4v4s that we're going to be doing to have a tank player, because you have Endo and Lust who are really good tank players and a couple other tank players in this. So I wonder what the strategy is, I guess, for picking these teams.
Well, plus, not to mention that, not to forget, excuse me, that we do have after this, we're going to have the support showdown where there's going to be a support matchup. And I wonder if they're also looking for support players and looking for people that are strong and on those roles to play when we have the 4v4 limited support showdown, which will be coming up after the best of 5 mystery heroes. So yeah, exactly. Kind of makes you wonder, if they're going for well-rounded, are they looking for a specific thing, or if it's just, hey, I know those guys, put them on my team. So.
Yeah, for sure. So it looks like Cher will be picking next. Just a reminder, Brox did pick team 2, which is Hoot, Great One, and David. It looks like we are working on the lobby right now, trying to sort it out. Okay, so we're trying to sort everything out here. So yeah, Guff, any more thoughts on that last free for all? Anyone specifically you saw who might make a difference later in these 4v4 and capture the flag maps?
It's hard to say. I was kind of waiting for a support pick to come out there. I didn't. I mean, I only saw the Endo pick, so seeing everybody go to DPS and watching them shine is nice, and it doesn't obviously make me feel good about it because if they can, just play DPS, like sweet, seeing him go from that healer to that strong Sombra play, I feel good about him on mystery heroes. I haven't seen him on a tank, but just seeing that he's got the knowledge and the mechanical skill, I do feel good about that. Obviously, and there was more than just him. He was just our big star, but seeing the way people play DPS and stuff, I'm excited. I'm interested. These guys did a really good free for all. Look like everybody did pretty good on their heroes. And considering this lobby is a lot more than just DPS, I feel pretty good that we're gonna have an interesting game no matter what happens, as long as the RNG wizards, that are in control of mystery heroes are good to us. So
yeah, for sure, and it'll be interesting to see
right.
how. I guess the flexibility of these players because it will just be random heroes. Say someone who has never even touched Soldier 76 gets Soldier 76. They're gonna have to find a way for it to work. And also just at the start of a round, seeing the team comps and just seeing the fun stuff that can be done. Maybe you see some fun strategies come out if a Bastion and if a Symmetra are picked. You can just see the teleporting around or just 3 Mei Ice Walls or something. I think that'll definitely be a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, definitely. And I just want to take a moment real quick, if you don't mind, while we have a second here. A few things I wanted to discuss. One, while we have a minute, is I don't know if you guys have heard yet about Forebears, but he is going to be leaving us in a few areas. Actually, I think most areas of OWP. Have you heard about this, chat?
Yeah, I did hear about it a little bit.
So looks like he's unfortunately leaving Mercury Cougars and the podcast and staff, and he's definitely stepping down a lot. And really what it is I told him he has to, because I couldn't allow anybody better looking than me to be out here. So I said, you're gonna have to step down for my sake. So thank you, Forebears, for taking the hit on that one.
Yeah, I know. I think I talked to him a little bit. I was like, hey, listen, Forebears, you can't be the best looking brown boy out here. I gotta take your spot. I gotta take your spot. So
exactly. It's casting. I can't let him like outdo me in the casting area. And I said, look, we can't have this.
Yeah, we talked to him. We're just like, listen, you're getting in Guff's way. Getting in my way. You're too good looking for us, Forebears. You're too fresh. You're too sweet. We have to get rid of you.
Exactly. So, but joking aside, Forebears will be stepping down for a minute. He hopes to come back if he gets a chance. If he can. He's just got some stuff going on. But I just want to say, from me as a caster, it's been awesome having Forebears this last season. I think he really came in strong. I remember first hearing about him in the season 2 finale. So I just wanted to, real quick while we got a sec, give him a shout out. So thanks, Forebears, for being here. Probably mention you again before the stream's over, but I know we're gonna miss you. So it looks like we're getting started though.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Forebears. But looks like we will be hopping in, and they will be starting. So it looks like on one team, we do have Pack and Cheese, Big Daddy Tube, Moose, Endo, Maish, and Nico versus Cher, Brox, David, Great One, Sweets, and Cat Dad. And looking over at the
team comps.
I know, I'm looking at the team comps. You see Sweets on his Ana pick. He is a really good Ana player. I say that from experience. You see David, DPS player, over on D.Va, and you're seeing actually a pretty good 2 supports on the right. Over on the left, you are seeing no tanks, but quad DPS with Lucio Moira. These comps will be interesting to see what will happen.
It looks like I'm just playing a regular game of some platinum level comp here. So, well, yeah, we're definitely interested to see what goes on.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I get here. Both teams just engaging right off the bat. Obviously, with all those DPS, you want to take the fight straight to them. Sweet's getting that kill on Tube right off the bat. Awesome stuff. Looks like they're pushing in pretty strong here at the back here.
Yeah, we look over at Cher on that Symmetra using those teleporters and just trying to get through and use this just use those teleporters to move around the map and use those turrets to deal some damage onto that quad DPS that is on the side of the left team. I don't know what to call them.
Right. I think I'm going to call them blue and red for right now.
Yeah,
of everything else. Because they are mixtures. They're each a mixture of 2 separate teams also, so.
And remind me to change my team color settings.
Oh, okay.
I have them on pink. I have pink team on the left and bright green on the right.
Perfect. Sounds good.
So the Nano Boost does come out onto David. He's looking to get some work done diving into Pack and Cheese. And remember, the team comps do change. So if you look over at the side of the left team, they do only have 1 healer. And Moira now, and over on the right team, they are still sporting the same comp, as I don't think anyone died on their side.
Yeah, really good controlled stuff here. They did a good job taking that point, keeping everybody up. The 2 supports, I mean, that's going to do it for you, keeping the team up and having that tank in the front line. So, Mr. Hero is definitely being good to our red team here. And they're just keeping it right back in spawn. Listen, they're trying to get a little bit of push right up here. Tube on that Reinhardt. He got Reinhardt twice. It looks like a couple times in a row here. Unfortunately, unable to make the push out, though. And they're going straight into the spawn. They're using that Symmetra shield standing right outside the spawn. Unfortunately, they do lose David in that, but they are keeping him trapped in, so that'll give him a little more time on the point.
Yeah, for sure. And it's the thing about... David does get that main tank role, so they will keep it tank. It's the fact that Mystery Heroes really does kind of snowball. If you get that good team comp and keep it up, you can just roll. Now, the break does come around to the side of Big Daddy too, but he is asleep right now.
Ooh, an awesome stick. Moose sticking Cher right there, getting him out of the picture. Good stuff.
Sure, the Nano Boost goes over to Brox. He does get some work done. Does get that mid-right click onto Maish. But it looks like the left team will be overcoming it with Endo on that Reaper, just carrying this fight, getting a few kills.
Wow. Yeah, good job. Good retake from blue team here, getting the point. 96% to red, but if they can keep it held down the rest of this game, we know it's pretty easy to do that, once you get that momentum going like we were talking about on Mystery Heroes. So we'll have to see what happens. But a good, pretty decent comp. They only have the Lucio on red team right now, but they've got, two main tanks. You got DPS that they can kind of stay together and control. I think they can do a good push right here.
Yeah, for sure. You see David dropping down low, and the Ashley does get taken out, and Endo does kill Great One. However, David and Great One do answer back right before dying. Get those trades.
Right, we were fighting a 4v4 right up in here. We're seeing that Reaper roll coming out. Unfortunately, unable to get anything just yet. Pack and cheese, though. Man, 2 kills on that Moira, playing that DPS Moira right there. Good stuff.
Moose popping off on the Tracer, getting a few kills. Does have the Pulse Bomb here. Whiffs entirely onto David. It looks like it's a fight between a Moira and a Tracer on the point, but the Moira will back off. So looking at team comps after all the switching and all the deaths, we are going to see 3 Junkrats on the side of the left team. And we're going to see, if it looks like the left team will get these kills and will keep this control percentage ticking up.
Wow, and they lost everybody but the Junkrats basically, right?
So
there.
interesting to see,
maybe see 4 or 5 Junkrats.
They do actually get 2 supports out of those 2 deaths. So we're looking at 3 Junkrats, 2 supports, and a Tracer on the left. And we got 2 Roadhogs, a Symmetra, a Torbjorn, a Sombra, and a Lucio on the right team. And David gets that early kill on the Roadhog. Those Roadhogs can easily dominate against all these DPS comps.
Oh yeah, 2 Roadhogs. You got to watch out for 2 hooks. This is going to be intense right here. I think, David and Cher. I'm watching both of them right now as they roll in together with their duo Roadhogs on the point. Oh, this is a gorgeous thing to watch.
The rest of the team does die, but Cher and David just staying alive on point and getting all the work done.
Exactly. Between the healing and you're seeing both those hooks coming out. Oh, it's wonderful. I love seeing 2 Roadhogs. Like, this is actually a beautiful sight. So
they will turn the percentage, and it looks like the right team will be holding on to this point and will take map number 1. So this is a best of 5. Or, yeah.
Well, awesome. Great stuff. And now, in Mystery Heroes, they will be keeping those heroes going into the next round. So, there we go. We get to see those 2 Roadhogs again. Oh, 2 Roadhogs, 2 Symmetras.
But here's the thing, what counters Roadhog? A lot of damage, and if you look over at Endo on the Bastion. Now, Endo is a tank main. Bastion's Q turns into a tank. I think it's fate. Interesting to see what Endo can do with the Discord Orb from Nico going onto his targets against the Symmetra, Soldier, Roadhog, and Lucio comp.
I'm interested. He's going to have to keep his distance, though. All he needs is 1 good hook, and there's 2 of them out there, and that'll be all it takes to get that Bastion down. As Bastion, you do not really want to have the entire team right in your face. It's usually a stay back sort of thing. But
so here's something interesting over from Cher. It's done. They got Symmetra at the beginning. They weren't using the teleporter, and just now they didn't use it. I don't think Cher has their interact key bound.
Oh, okay. Maybe never having played with the Symmetra before, or just maybe like another count or something.
Yeah. So we're gonna hop into this Bastion perspective and see what he can get done here. He is 1v1ing Brox on the Soldier on the far left side, and it looks like he will back up. If we look at David, he is hacked right now. Will escape. He does catch.
Yeah, it does go down. Yeah, going down to Brox right there. And it looks like right team is able to take the point. Moose doing what he can to keep him off, but I don't know if it's going to be just enough for popping that Coalescence, trying to do a little bit of damage. But he's going to have to get that regroup.
So Cher did die, so they did lose one of their Roadhogs. However, they still have David on Roadhog. But Endo, the tank player, does get Roadhog as well. And it looks like we got a 3 tank comp coming out from the left team here.
Right, yeah, that meta 3 tank Bastion Moira Widow comp coming out, so that'll be interesting to see here.
This is an evolution of the meta that we're seeing right here. Like, all of this is what you're going to see in Owl in 2 months or a month from now. So make sure you take really great notes here.
Oh, definitely. Like that last game that had the 3 Reapers on one team or 2 Reapers. It's like you'll be seeing that probably soon too.
Yeah. So it looks like we did hear that Owl might be turning towards No Limits, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Right.
So we look over at the side of the left team, and we see 4 snipers. We see 2 Anas, so expect a lot of heals. A Hanzo, a Widow, a McCree, and an Orisa going against 2 tanks, 3 DPS, and a support. Just the Zen keeping them alive over on the right team. So look to see the left team utilize that high damage to get some kills. Although David on the early pick onto Mation, Brock's at the kill onto 2.
Alright, yeah, it's if they got the damage, but man, it's gonna be hard for them to push out. I almost want to apply a little bit of strategy to this mystery heroes and say maybe they need to just push out and get a few heroes swapped out there. But it looks like Endo does manage to get that headshot on Cher. Good stuff coming out here from Endo. He's looking for another pick in this fight.
And Cher with the sad face after that headshot. Looks like Moose will demech Cat Dad. And we got a Baby D.Va on point. Now don't sleep on the Baby D.Va. They can deal a lot of damage, especially against these comms.
Right.
And it looks like point number 2 might be going over to the right team, except for Lucio does get the last touch, and they will be trickling in. However, yes, the point will be going over to the right team.
Awesome stuff. Man, you know, I want to give really quick here, David. I was loving his play on that Roadhog. You know, helping his team securing 3 of the kills and taking that point, and then proceeding to hook the Widowmaker and then pop an ult and kill the Hanzo from left team. Good plays coming out here. I love seeing Roadhogs. This is awesome. And now we've got 2 of them on the right team, so this is just great stuff.
Yeah, so how the point system is working, teams are actually getting points for each of these map wins. So it looks like Team Cher does have 8 points. Team Brox also has 8 points. If you notice, Cher and Brox are over on that right squad. And Team Pack has 4 points and Team Toop has 4 points. You got 2 points for a map loss and 8 points for a map win early on. So Cher
so
and,
So it's like Shox is on the right, and
So the early pick from Endo onto that Junkrat. It looks like we'll be seeing Cher and David with the double Roadhog. I think that can become real meta, especially after that armor nerf. Double Roadhog comp right here.
Definitely. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, Roadhog definitely going to be shining with his high health pool, and he's been making do so far without the armor, so it'd be pretty big.
Let's look over at Endo and Meish. I guess you could say the luck of the RNG getting that Far Mercy combo, where unless the team on the right gets any sort of hit scan, this will be tough to deal with, and I could see the left team winning this map pretty easily.
Yeah, especially in that too, and the Moose on the high ground there. It looks like they've got a pretty good domination of the map right now. Pretty uncontested. Right team does get the point, but it's just a matter of time before left team kind of, I think, takes it from them and maybe controls it from that point. Endo getting that pick on, great one right there. Showing the beauty of that pharmacy over in the sky on the side of the point here.
Yeah, it seems like the D.Va Cat Dad will try to dive Endo, but they just can't get enough chip damage to fully delete him. And it looks like Endo is just a thorn in their side they're not going to be able to get rid of. However, Cher and David are both still on those Roadhogs, trying to chip away at that Far Mercy in the sky and maybe get a hook.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of dealing the damage, but we really need to see some pick start coming out here. Right team holding the point the whole time. Unfortunately, Endo does go down to David's hook, but right before he gets that barrage kill on great one, right as.
See if Meish can get that res off. Oh, but it looks like Meish will die. And it looks like right team is just going to clean this up. They finally dealt with that Far Mercy, and it worked out in the end. And it looks like Brox will use his ult to play some Minesweeper here, one of my favorite games. And Endo is coming out alone on that Orisa, probably just trying to get a better hero for this fight.
Well, there you go. Team Shock's doing a pretty good job holding down the point here. We're going to need to see something crazy come out from the left side over here before the end of the game's over.
If you look at Cat Dad here, it looks like they are trying to set up like a set bomb of some sort. They're like looking around, like aiming. And I think this D.Va bomb can change this fight and keep the point over onto the right team and give them a 3-0. It looks like that D.Va bomb will be huge, taking out that lamppost and all of the guard railing like entirely. Biggest D.Va bomb ever. However, as I see that Cat Dad will be driving in and get demeched.
Right, yes. Despite the giant just giant nuke, it looks like it might go the way of left side here. We're seeing this Riptire come in from Moose looking for a cleanup kill. Trying to see if we can't get the Zen here at Brox. Brox does get the tire down, but they get the point. Left side finally on the board. They're going to be trying to hold this down. And they've got a pretty good comp going into this. It looks pretty alright. You know, you can have that Zarya front line. You got the support right behind them with the DPS. I think they can do a pretty decent job holding this down. Whereas on the right side, looks like we have the a Tora, Barissa, Ana coming out here. So we'll have to see how they play this. May could be big in the fight, but we'll have to
Yeah,
see.
look over at Big Daddy Toop. Almost has that Graviton Surge where they can just, and almost a Nano and Brigitte ultimate, they can just Nano that Brig, have her ult, and just swing into it and just kill everyone.
Right.
It's now an interesting thing. If you do go spectate Endo, you can see that main tank sense at work. It is truly an interesting thing to see.
Oh, how's that?
But you look, his sense is very high. And you can tell he is a main tank player. He's just jerking around. But looks like
You
Endo
said
will.
sense, and I was thinking like a sense, like, oh, he's got the sense, like he's making these big brain plays. And you mean he's just flailing his camera around like a psycho?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. All right, just checking.
But as I say that, Endo does answer with 2 kills, and it looks like left team is holding this point. Although, look at the right team. They got double barriers, a D.Va, 2 Bastions, and a Reaper. No heals, but a lot of damage, and no barriers over from the team. Look at that. They're all grouping up and going left together. Moose is sneaking up in him, so interesting to see if he does get anything here. We're going to hop into Cat Dad spectating one of the Bastions. You watch Sweets, let me know what happens.
Good barrier from Endo to start this fight. They really can't set up too well. Oh, that's a huge anti. Huge anti making it where neither Bastion can heal himself. Maish, an awesome play. Oh my goodness, and Nico able to clean up the rest. That anti-nade just shut both of those Bastions down, and that was wonderful.
Now, they go from having only DPS and tanks to having about 4 supports here. With Orion and a Doomfist, look for them to pocket that Doomfist if they can touch the point. Although it looks like Doom does touch the point and gets the early pick off onto Maish.
Interesting play right
But
here.
does
I would
get
probably
killed.
just like save my good comp and take it into the next game, but
Looks like they do think they can win this. Sweets over on the Ana, trying to stay alive, getting chased down by that Zarya. He will get picked off. And it looks like left team will clean it up and get that map victory once they finish up these kills onto Cher, who is staying
Yeah,
alive.
Toop and Cheese right here, man. They're, oh my gosh, watching 2 off takes is a glorious thing to me.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you're just seeing bubbles everywhere. Like how can you compete with that?
amazing. So it looks like the score then going up will be Team Cher with 10 points, Team Brox with 10 points, Team Pack with 8 points, and Team Toop with 8 points. So even though it is 2-1, these teams are very close in points. And it'll be interesting to see how this works out in the long run, where we do go to those semifinals and finals to determine the All-Star game winner.
Yeah, no, I'm interested. They're starting to turn it around. You know, coming out from that 0-2 they were at, and now we're starting to actually see them start getting up here. So, 2 Junks, 2 Zaryas. I'm ready to see what happens.
This seems like a lot of damage, although not very many heals with Nico.
Right, and the right side, you've got 2 soldiers. You got your duo tanks, a Junk and a Moira. That comp potentially could be going pretty good right here, unless this Moira drops right off the bat. Very close. Cher though, keeping it up, staying alive, looking good.
And a great one with the early pickoff. And you just see the right team just holding in this left room with their tanks and healers, and they will jump onto Nico the Brig and kill him. And the cleanup comes out from the entire team, just cleaning up those Zaryas with no heals whatsoever.
Good stuff. Yeah, they've got a really nice comp here. You've got your 2 soldiers that can kind of be independent. They can heal themselves. Cher covering the healing for the rest of the team. You've got Cat Dad on that damage. This comp could potentially play very well for the right side team here.
Yeah, a lot of strengths in this comp too. You got that self heal from Great One, self heals from Sweets and Brox. Just not much they can do. And David does get that early pick off onto Pack and Cheese. However, the other team is pushing forward with 2 main tanks, so it'll make the Roadhog have a hard time getting any good hooks off.
Right.
Great One going on the Sling, does hook Maish and deletes that Lucio. No more heals available on the point for the left team, and he is dueling this Tracer.
Oh,
Brings
but the
him
right
down
team
to
kind of
1.
just gave them the point. Wow. Toop able to secure the point basically by himself with 4 of right team against him. I mean, it was only 8%, but that was kind of insane that he was actually able to pull that off. So good stuff there.
Yeah, and it looks like Moose will escape with that Tracer. So we are seeing 2 supports. We are seeing a pretty good comp coming out from the left team here. Orion Zarya, Lucio Zen, Tracer, Symmetra. It's like playing in your comp games and having that Symmetra main. You have a good comp except for that. And you should see what they can do with it. And David does get deleted early.
And your 2 off healers, I mean,
Yeah.
feels like
Sweets with the huge visor.
big visor, 2 picks right off the bat there. Awesome stuff. Brock's on the second soldier getting that rocket kill on two.
It looks
Wonderful
like
stuff.
the tanks will escape. And if Toop comes out as a okay, now this is another good comp coming out from the left team. I think they got back into comp, said, guys, let's change up our comp. They went in, pressed that hero select thing, and made a good comp here. They do have that Zen who almost has Transcendence. Nico on that Zarya almost has her grab.
Oh,
Sweets gets
great.
picked off early.
Unfortunately, yeah, Toop getting that kill. Great one trying to make a flank, but unable to make the flank play. Wow, Toop in here doing some good picks on Tracer.
Toop gonna clean up this Roadhog and chase down Brox on that soldier, try not to let him get out. And Meish with the Fire Strike does clean him up. So, Guff, I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that you hate Lucio.
Yes, at diamond rank and below, I don't want a Lucio in my game.
Alright, good to know. So it looks like...
Yep. No, that rumor is because of. I mean, it's true. It's not a rumor. It's true, but it's because of Reddit Lucios. It's because I hate watching my Lucio that could heal me just run off into the sunset so we can get a really cool like Reddit play. So.
Let's get back to the game share with 2 pickoffs, cleaning up that left team. And it looks like the right team might flip this point back over, which should go to the left team. And it looks like they're on their way towards taking this point and taking the map as it ticks down in overtime. Endo game picked off at 1 HP on point. Looks like he will be. They can't hit him apparently, except for Shared finally pops off with the 2K in the cleanup. And D.Va can't touch, and it goes over to Team 2.
There you go.
I think overall, just really high level, you know. We had some great D.Va bombs, some great team comps, some interesting metas.
Well, yeah, you know, watching this is kind of insane. Like, I've never seen an organized Mystery Heroes game like this. Watching them wait to regroup, watching them, you know, play smart. You know, the team compositions are weird, sure, but it's really... This is definitely a really different game than your standard, you know, Mystery Heroes game you go into.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these teams want that bragging rights. They want that role in the server. And if some of them want, they got a spot on the podcast to do an interview.
There you go. Awesome stuff here. So it looks like that will be the end. We have the standings up like you said. Did you already read them off?
Yeah, so I can read off the points for you. Forbes does have them in the chat. But we have Team Share with 14 points, Team Brox with 14 points, Team Pack with 10 points, and Team Toop with 10 points. So now it looks like next round we will be going into a 4-on-4 capture the flag Lijiang Garden. So it'll be first to 3 flag captures. There will be 2 separate matches played. It looks like we are going to be having Team Brox versus Team I think it is with Pack, and then Toop versus Share. So we're going to see which one will be first.
Yeah, just waiting to see right now.
So it looks like each team will be getting 3 points per flag they capture. So even though there is a time limit and you could easily just settle for the draw, it is actually based entirely off of flag captures. So if a team draws, then both of them will just get the same amount of points.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm having a quick technical difficulty I'm working on real fast. And so now, are these the same? Are we going to be seeing the same team matchup here, or are we looking at kind of a are they going to be swapping some of the teams around, or is it going to be the same 2 teams versus 2 teams?
So what it will be is we're going to play 2 separate matches. So we're going to have, it looks like first we are going to have Brox's team versus Pack's team, and they're going to be playing a 4v4 capture the flag. First to 3 flags, 2 points, 3 points for every flag they capture. And then once that is over, we will be swapping over to a matchup between Team Toop and Team Share to see who wins there.
Okay, Sounds great. I'm sorry. I don't know. I was thinking there'd be like a few people from each team like combining again. So this is smart.
Yeah, so we got on the left in the blue corner because I fixed my colors. We got Insomnipack, and on the right we got Charlie Niners. So what is your pick here? Who do you think? Well, wait. Now, capture the flag is a strange game mode. You know, you can't. Many people think, oh, we got to set up, like a defender, and then other people attack. Really, it's like normal Overwatch. You got to take a team fight, and when you have that team fight win, and you have the spawn advantages, you just go straight for that flag and protect the president all the way back. That's at least my strategy for capture the flag. What are your thoughts?
Lucio Roadhog.
That
Boom.
is a very good strat. Now, Lucio Roadhog, just all that damage can self heal, and speed boost around. I remember old capture the flag, Lucio could wall ride with flag, and that was just
With the
absolutely
flag.
overpowered. And I'm glad
So
they changed
broken.
it. But it'll be interesting to see that speed boosted Roadhog. I love seeing speed boost Lucio Roadhogs and like watching games that do that, and I think it's just a lot of fun.
You know what I'm excited to see is something I don't see in my CTF games a lot is like what you said, kind of winning that fight and pushing. I wonder if one team will assume like a full offensive because a lot of times you'll have like a Torb or a Bastion sit on point and watch the flag. I wonder if one team will actually, run for offensive heroes and just kind of like dominate this game because I think having that extra hero out of the fight or not could potentially make a big difference for you. Um,
So it
Plus,
looks
it's just gonna be interesting. 4v4. It's gonna be an interesting time watching this.
So it looks like uh team Insomnipack, I think is their team name. Yes, on the left side. They will be
Mhm.
coming out with kind of a defensive comp with that Torbjorn. And Team Charlie Niners will be coming out with that speed boost Roadhog and a lot of damage like you were talking about.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it.
Looks like
So
who
yeah,
put some criticism of the game mode. But Endo will be setting up that uh turret. And the nice thing about the new Torb is that he doesn't necessarily have to sit and babysit the turret. He can throw it
mm,
somewhere and go with it. But it looks like we will have who trying to defend the flag, and we have David and Great One pushing up. So we can hop in over to David and see they do DMX Cypher early on. So we just need to see if this is the opportunity they're looking for to push forward. Trying to kill that baby diva. They do get the kill.
yeah, it's interesting them pushing up right off the bat here. Whereas really, it's only Moose versus the whole defensive line on Team Charlie Niners. So, oh, but they're able to defend their flags, so that's nice.
Yeah, Brock's getting those kills. It looks like this might be the opportunity that Insomnipack has to capture this flag. However, the respawn does come in from Cypher and Endo getting that kill onto Lucio. So with that kill and David getting killed, we hop over to Hoot right now and see if he can hold down this flag for Charlie Niners and keep Insomnipack from capping as they push forward here.
Right, definitely. It looks like they will be taking the fight up to Charlie Niners point here.
They do get the DMEC onto Cypher, and the Visor does come out from Great One. And the beat gets picked from Pack and Cheese. That is a 3K. It's just Endo back on the point. We're going to hop over to David, who is pushing forward with Great One and Hoot to capture that point.
Yeah, and the ult's being down. This is going to definitely be an easy capture for them. They just really have to deal with Endo on this point to get the flag. So they're trying.
Although
He
with
does get
that new
kill on
Torb, it
Lucio.
looks like it might be a harder job, and the respawns do come through, and it looks like Insomnipack will hold their flag. Who is backing up, trying not to get killed and staggered by them. However, it looks like he may not have a choice, but Brox with the huge pick off onto Moose to keep his tank alive, and they will stabilize with the respawns.
I love it. Now I'm interested here. I said Roadhog Lucio. Why? I don't really see the point of running a squishy target in to get the flag. I see them trying to run the Lucio in on their side. Moose trying to get it for the other side, and it's like I'm kind of waiting to see a tank walk up and take this flag because really you have to stand still for so long that I feel like really it's gonna be hard for a squishy to do that unless the whole team's dead.
So this is interesting, but I do believe this is 2017 capture the flag rule, so I don't know if you can use movement abilities or not when you have the flag.
Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they set that up kind of different. Then that would make sense. Like if you could have Soldier sprinting with it and have Lucio speed boosting him, then I definitely see the advantage there.
Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, I'm kind of just confused.
And Lucio can heal if needed. However, it
Right.
looks like, unless Cypher gets a 3k here, which he gets a Venom Mine instead, then it, then it looks like we might just be dealing with your standard capture the flag game, where it's just very much a back and forth. The Lemoose does answer with 2 kills. Cypher is DMX'd by Great One. However, Cypher will kill Great One as Baby D.Va, and the
Baby
cap
D.Va.
is gonna come through from the Baby D.Va, and she's just gonna run. She's just gonna run. Listen, ladies and
Baby
gentlemen,
D.Va with the flag.
ladies and
They're gonna need
gentlemen,
something.
all it is this Lucio, but no, they're not helping
Oh, but
Cypher.
David's playing the
They're not
main.
helping her.
He's down barriers. He said there's no way they're getting this. Now
Pack
we're
and
seeing a
Cheese
fight.
is-
Pack and David, the Lucio 1v1 to end all.
Oh,
but
he's
some love
covering
on
the point.
flag. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's being popped. It's a big team fight.
They want to return the flag, but they can't because of everything around it. But it looks like Baby Hoot will. Great One is at 1 HP. That would have been amazing to see the Baby D.Va just pull that out. However,
Yeah, good try.
I have to question Cypher's teammates there. That's that moment where like, wow, my teammates, they just didn't come help her, you know? Like, where was the Lucio speed boost? Where was the boost support hacking that Lucio? They could have, I feel like they could have gotten that flag if they would have been there.
Well, I think they might have still been on a cooldown, but definitely, yeah. If it is kind of interesting that the enemy team was able to get there first. So, oh, Moose! David was wall right on the side of the wall on the side of the map. I don't know if you just saw that, and Moose hacked David and made him just fall right off the wall to his death. A beautiful hack coming out here.
Yeah,
Awesome
for
stuff.
sure. Looks like Moose and David, or Pack and Cheese will hold this over here. Along with, it just seems like, sorry, excuse me, it seems like Charlie Niners won't be able to push in against that Torb turret and that Sombra hack. However, on the side of Insomnia Pack, they can use Cypher to get that flag, and it looks like Moose might be going to like a pressure play to force the team back. And
Oh.
Moose will get hooked and deleted, and they will return the flag. It'll be interesting to see if they can utilize Moose to distract. And oh, it looks like the big boop coming out from David onto Endo. This might be the opening that 40 or Charlie Niners are looking for to cap. Although Endo's turret's still getting work done.
Just yeah, you're on the point, but unfortunately they aren't quite able to get it. Ooh, big mass hack coming out there.
EMP coming out, and with a new UI update, we can see exactly who it's hacked.
Right.
So now this is the push that they're looking for. They have the
Both these
Lucio
back and
speed
forth,
boost.
This is great.
They have.
Oh, Cypher, stand still! You're killing me.
It looks like
You gotta stand still to get the flag.
it's like Cypher could have capped there, but they were moving around. However, Moose is gonna answer with 2 kills, but the rest of his team does get it.
Cypher's
And
haggard.
looks like with 30 seconds left, time will run out, and I'm pretty sure that it goes into a sudden death. And I may
Right.
be wrong. Or I can't remember the old rules. This is 2017 rules. So Endo will try to hold here, but with the help of Pack and Cheese, it looks like he will go down, but I believe they will be able to hold this. Brox is low. He does
The whole
get
team is
healed up.
there. Charlie Niners are there. If they can get the picks they need, they could take this right now.
And the beat comes through.
Oh, but the
Bomb from
nuke
Cypher gets no one.
was
got-
a little bit high there, yeah. Both teams looking to try to get this flag off this point. They're trying to just melt this D.Va down as fast as they can. David maybe able to move in here and get this flag, or Hoot? Hoot's trying. Unfortunately, while he does get shot, it doesn't look like he's able to get it.
Okay,
So
so
it does move into the sudden
I
death
do not
mode.
remember the sudden death rules.
They get super freaking
Yeah,
close.
the flags are right next to each other.
Yeah. So basically, it'll be up to who can win this team fight, essentially.
Although we
Because
are
they do have to
getting
run them.
calls from the chat that it is going to be a tie, possibly. I don't know if that's the official rules.
That's no tie.
However, I believe that they will just be playing it out.
Yeah, let's do it. This should be quick. 30 seconds, one team fight. It's gonna be whoever can win this fight first.
Looks like we'll be
Interesting to
running
see
the
here.
same comps, except for Cypher on
Right.
that Brig. So here, it's literally just one team fight win. And we
Who
should
getting
see.
melted pretty quick out of that mech. Unfortunately, Endo with his team right up on point, shielding himself. That way he's able to capture the flag, because it looks like in the old rules, maybe when they're getting damaged, they cannot capture. So I think that's Endo's plan, is just get in there and just keep a shield up. Moose is able to secure that kill on Hoot, and with Brock's getting the kill on Moose, it's going to be kind of either way right now, but they are pushing him back. Charlie Niner's pushing our other team off here. I forgot the name.
Brox with the flag. This could be it. Brox is
Big-
getting
big
speed
booping
boosted,
on
and
Endo.
that is it.
Wow.
It looks
good
like
stuff.
Team Brox will win. They will get 3 points for that flag capture.
Good stuff. Now let's just do the next round. Let's just do sudden death.
I like that idea.
Make it clean up a little bit quicker, but we don't have those 3 minutes of back and forth.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just make it first team to cap a flag in this round.
Yeah, so it looks like Brox will get the 3 points, and we are waiting on an official score count coming out from Four Bears. Now we are going to be hopping into a share versus Toop capture the flag
Okay.
next.
Yeah, a good idea trying to run this capture the flag mode in here. Unfortunately, it looks like I think capture the flag modes, especially with a 4v4, the fights are going to be a little bit slow, a little bit quieter. We might need to change up some of these rules for the next time we decide to do this, the next All-Star game.
Yeah, for sure. I like the idea. I just think, hey, let's capture the flag. You know, I think I remember everyone wanted it, but I think the execution of it on the part of Blizzard maybe wasn't the best. But really, it just kind of comes down to who will set up that Tor Bastion or play defensive. Because you can just play defensive the entire game and get that draw against that sudden death. So we need to see if either Cher or Toop's team decides to pull this out.
Right. Similar to the tour we saw played last game. Looked like that was kind of the clutch save they needed a few times on defense.
Yeah, and I think once they swapped off of it, Charlie Niners was able to, Charlie Niners was able to cap and turn that around, and they didn't have that Torb turret to back up and slam it back.
Right.
You just need to see what. So it looks like Cher's team is GG go next, and Toop's team is B500. So let's see this good matchup here and see what they can do and what team comps come out.
I don't know if you read or not. We actually got a change. Chi is hosting the lobby today. The rules have been changed. Flag pickup is instant now, and the match is going to be 5 minutes. I don't know. Did they extend the match time?
It was 6 minutes before, I believe. So flag is instant now.
Flag pickup should be instant. I don't know if abilities are still. I don't know if abilities are in effect. I really don't know what the rest of the preset rules are here, but it looks like before any damage would stop you from capping the flag. So
okay,
make it a little more interesting.
That makes a lot more sense. You saw them like moving around, and we thought they were like getting off the flag, but reality is that it looks like we are just waiting for the game mode to start.
Yeah, I think they think it started.
I think we're just waiting for Hack to start it.
But a wonderful pregame here. We're seeing a really good early push coming out.
Wombo is sitting on that flag, just waiting for it to be capped. As we wait for Hack to come out with the game start. It looks like we will be starting. I expect to see a Mei actually. I think a Mei can be very useful, not as the flag capture, but to use those walls and those ice blocks to like help their flag capture get back.
Definitely, yeah. No, I think Mei does an excellent job. That map control she has is definitely a big player in a game type like this, and that captures the flags. all you would need is one person on your team to get the flag, and if Mei runs up to you, she can just wall off the team behind you, and you'll be set. So
Yeah, she can wall off these bridges. She can wall off the little hole that people walk through to get to the flag. It'll be interesting to see if teams do, since it is instantaneous, if they do run that Roadhog Lucio. But it looks like over on the side of, let me check out teams real quick. Looks like over on the side of GG Go Next, we got a Widow, Lucio, D.Va, and Brig. Now there, it looks like they will be looking for the D.Va to cap and Lucio speed boost with Lust helping, or Lust on that Brig capping, because Brig is very hard to kill, especially once Lust gets that rally. And then over on the side of B500, you got that Lucio, Reinhardt, Zar. You got goats basically coming out.
Yeah, they're like baby goats right there. You got the Lucio Brig giving you that good controlled healing. You got the Rein Shield and Nico. And I mean, that's awesome right there.
They're totally flanking, going around left, and it looks like they will cap this first point.
Both rotating. Both teams rotating right here. Both teams rotating around. I don't know if the rules are set where they can cap when the flag's not there, but it looks like both teams will be meeting in the middle. Brig. This is gonna be rough if both teams meet in the middle, because it looks like
and Big Daddy 2 put the kill into Cat Dad, and it looks like the advantage Baby going over to B500. I like this strategy.
Oh!
Lust takes Lust both take a dive off the map. It looks like B500 will get that first cap. That strat
that was amazing.
It seems
Mace
like
just he jumped onto Lust and took him off the map with him. That was glorious. What a play.
It looks like that whole idea of Go Goat's forehead does translate over to capture the flag. Although as we look at it, it looks like Toop and Mace will be swapping off to Bastion and Mercy.
They're running the defense, I think.
Oh, yeah. So this is the part of capture the flag where you can get to, okay, we capped. Now your turn to cap. So they could just sit here. Now, I think the problem is that you do get points for flag capture. So even though they will win, it looks like they'll only be at 3 points.
Right. I don't know if they know that going into this or not. I assume they do, but
It looks like
I'm waiting to see Bastion run back into spawn.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see if they do know that, or if they're just gonna stick with the 3-point advantage and roll with that.
I think they're gonna go for that safe pick right here. They think this could be a 2.5 minutes of watching them try to get through that setup Bastion here.
Like the pick coming up from Cher on that Hanzo, you can get some damage, and it looks like Cher with the threats onto Toop and Wombo saying that they're off the team. And Wombat will sacrifice himself to take 2 down.
Yeah, and just Nico and Cher right here. Should be in favor of Zarya. There we go. Able to keep that flag on their base.
Yeah. So it looks like Cher a little upset at that defense and threatening to kick Wombo and Toop off the team. So interesting to see if they go through with that.
Well, now it looks like B500 went ahead and swapped back to Baby Goats. It looks like they do want to try to get more points out of this. And we're going to see this wonderful display of both teams rotating for the second time. It doesn't look like they see them over there. It doesn't look like Cher.
I think cap does, yeah. Although it looks like they will be capping with this goat strat, and it looks like they will be rotating back through.
And they're so split, unfortunately. GG Next so split up, only Sweets on the point. It's going to be hard if Sweets runs into this team to get this flag.
Looks like Sweets will be looping around.
Yeah, I'm curious if they can cap the flag without it on the base.
I don't believe they can, so we're going to be at a standoff here. Oh, it looks like they can, actually.
They can.
So we got
Sweets
3 extra.
Right, saw that. Now he's going with it.
Yeah, so we got 3 points going over to Toop's team, and we got 3 points going over to Cher's team. So now it'll be interesting to see, they do get that pick off on the Cat Dad, so you might see B500 just go hard for a final point here. They kill that Hanzo too. I think they are for sure definitely going to be pushing through here, demeching that D.Va, finishing her off once she touches the ground.
Goats, 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 baby. Yep, we're seeing it right here.
And they are capping, and they're just going to back out of there. And it looks like this will go 3-1 Mage with a late pick off, and it looks like this will go 3-1 over to the side of B500. Toop's team scoring a big 9 points. Cher's team scoring 3.
Wow, good stuff. Interesting to watch the both just kind of run around each other and get the flag.
I'm getting
an interesting game mode to spectate.
very much so. I'm getting slight flashbacks to the finals from yesterday with these team comps here. Is that an aim lock I see from the side of Sweets? Check that, man.
Yeah, looks like it might be. We're gonna have to get the judges on that one.
Forebears, what's your input? Ban him?
Ban from ASG. All right, support showdown. I am definitely more excited for this. This should be. I'm hoping this is gonna be a good time. For those of you, if you didn't enjoy that last match, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and sit back up in your chair real quick. This should be a good one. Making sure that is the next thing.
So yeah, it looks like we'll be hopping in to the support showdown, which will be exciting.
I'm excited. Yeah. It should be really interesting to see how these two teams play. For those of you who don't know the rules, in this mode, we're gonna be doing a 4v4 limited, +1 supports only mode. So every round, a random support hero will get banned, and only the best supports are going to be coming out on top of this matchup. So it should be a good time. I'm excited to see how each team plays, what kind of support comps they run. Do you remember, chat, the old support meta back when even Sim was a support running the 6-man support squad?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was the meta of old Overwatch.
Yeah. It was such a weird thing, but it worked. It actually worked. I don't think we ever really saw it like in higher up, but I've seen it utilized a few good times. So
yeah, I mean, I remember old professional Overwatch when it was no limits, and they called it the quick play comp. It was 2 Winstons, 2 Lucios, and 2 McCrees. I remember that was the meta for a while. That was interesting. So old Overwatch metas are definitely very interesting.
Right. Yeah, not quite the level of balance we have now, even though some people would argue we do and we don't. It's definitely in a more stable place.
In my opinion, I think the game is actually really balanced. I think individual hero wise, it's very balanced. I think it's just the synergy that Goats has, which makes it so oppressive.
Right.
The individual hero wise, especially after these new buffs and nerfs, I think all the heroes are in a pretty good state comparatively.
Except for Reaper.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think he's gonna dominate at lower elos, but I don't know how he'll do against Goats. There's too many shields.
Okay.
Stuns.
All I know is right now Reaper can still mess up my team in a game. So
yeah.
My thing is every time I die to Reaper, I'm like, you know what, this hero needs a buff. Like, I feel like he's not strong enough. But we will have to see. So, talking the teams here, I know you keep it up pretty good with the list of players we have. Is there like a support dominated side we can see here? Like, is there a team of already support players together? I know we were talking about Sweets earlier and a few others. I think Endo as well.
Endo is a tank player, so I'm not sure.
Oh. Okay.
Forbes, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is elimination, right? Not team deathmatch.
Yeah, I think it should be elimination because there's gonna be the different rounds, so that would make sense. Since every round a hero gets banned, that makes sense. It has to be elimination.
Yeah. Or is there only 3v3s? Wait, hold on. I'm slightly confused now. Okay, never mind. They have elimination 4v4. Okay. That fixes it. I was slightly confused.
I don't know how long. I wonder how long this entire series is gonna go on today.
Well, we are going to be finishing up with this. We're gonna get 2 rounds of this. It should take about like 10 more minutes per each, and then we will be heading into the semifinals, which are team deathmatch, and then finals, which will be a team deathmatch also. So probably for like another hour-ish, I would say.
Oh, okay. You guys have a long road of entertainment ahead of you.
Yeah. Don't forget to, hey, to all you viewers out there, don't forget to come by tomorrow at 8 Eastern. We will be doing the All-Star game. This one will be a little bit more serious. Teams will be playing actual competitive rules, and you'll get to see Division 1 versus Division 2, which I think that'll be an interesting matchup to see.
There you go. That sounds good. I might even have to tune in for that.
Yeah.
That'll be with you, chat, and I think Sly will be joining you that tomorrow.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I will be there. I think it'll be Sly and someone else. My understanding,
okay.
I might be busy.
Sure. Yeah. Either way, it should be a good time, guys. So make sure you come out for that.
All right, so we do have Team Share versus Team Brox.
All right. Ooh, this is Shocks right here. They were playing together in the Mystery Heroes bit, so we'll have to see how this works. Now they're against each other. So
Sweets over on that Lucio.
Yeah, an interesting picks here.
It looks like they will be running a Pocket Zen comp, and Lust does get that early kill. And Lust popping off. Sweet's trying to 1v1 Brox, and it looks like Brox will go down in the end, possibly if they can hit a shot, and they will just be chasing down this Mercy. Let's see if this Mercy can pull out a res and maybe even get a kill.
So big plays here, Cat Dad. Those Antinades are gonna be huge in the support v support matchup. Cat Dad getting that Antinade out, and then Lust able to just clean up the rest. An awesome first play right here. I kind of wonder if they'll take Ana, or I guess it's a random hero I think that comes out. Yeah. Just have to see what happens, but interesting that random hero becomes Ana.
Cher got 4 points and Brox got 2 points for that round. So I don't know if the hero bans are going through actually. So it looks like we'll just be doing a support 4v4.
Oh, okay. I noticed there wasn't a Moira this time. I didn't know that was any correlation. But
it is entirely possible that it was Brig or Moira if that was the random one chosen.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, David just got down there, but he is able to get healed back up. It's interesting to watch how these guys have played.
Huge anti-nade coming out from Cat Dad, and it looks like they will push in with this. With the speed, although Sweets does get slept over on that Lucio, and Lust getting anti-naded at 1 HP. It seems they are trying to deny the res from Brox, not let Brox res that.
No. That's smart. I mean, that's, shoot, that's a whole quarter of your team right there, so.
Lust dropping low, but it seems like the story behind this is just Pocket, the Zen, and Brox with that huge res over onto David.
Yeah, and big plays coming up from him. He actually kept him back while Brox was able to get that res. So good stuff on the Lucio there, pushing up, keeping the team back, and then kind of getting back with his team. So awesome stuff. Awesome to see how these guys are playing together right here.
Seems strategies from the two teams are slightly different. It seems like it's Pocket Lust over on the side. And here we have the DPS Mercy from Cher coming out, bringing David low, and he does get finished off by Sweets. We got Great One over on Charlie Niners. Oh, the res does come through from Brox onto David yet again. That is 2 reses in a row, however. The capture point will be unlocked.
Yeah, and Hoot is down, so it will be a hard 3v4 right coming up here.
Huge anti-nade. Huge sleep from Great One onto the Mercy.
Gosh. Both Mercy's getting picks right here.
Doesn't look like they'll be able to finish them off. Great One with that nano boost.
They both have the Mercy fight. Oh, but she gets the res. Cher pulling up that res on Lust, and Lust able to pop trans to help secure this point. They gotta pick Brox. I don't know if it's gonna happen. Oh man.
Brox and Great One, if they can keep each other alive. Looks like Brox will be the only one from the side of Charlie Niners. And Sweets and Lust will clean this up. Sweets with that sound barrier at the end.
Yeah, it's a hard matchup. You got Lust and Sweets, Lucio and Zen. Those are two, very very good damage dealing support heroes. So
Yeah.
it will make it hard for them.
It seems like this is the most exciting game mode so far, and these teams really are going at each other trying to win this. Now, I don't know if the hero bans went through. We'll have to see here if they come out with the same comp. It looks like David will be pointing out the Moira, but looks like they will have a Mercy on the side of the red team, and the left team will be running the same thing.
I'm surprised nobody. I wonder if Brig is banned or if they just don't feel like running it. But I feel like Brig would work good with these teams. It's almost like kind of like a sort of a pseudo tank,
I feel like it could entirely be a gentleman's agreement. However, it looks like Charlie Niners will pop off with 2 kills early, and it looks like they will get all 4 and get that round win.
Getting that Mercy killed right off the bat, big plays coming out there. Making it where the enemy team can't get any reses off the rest of the round. I mean, that's a good way to start off, and then just securing the rest of the kills from that. Big plays coming out from Brock's side.
We got some trash talk happening on the side. It looks like that Moira getting a lot done, and that makes sense. Moira with that damage or band with that damage can do huge. It doesn't look like hero bans are happening, and the teams will match each other, swapping off that Mercy and going over to Moira. I look over at Sweets on that Moira.
You think you throw Brock's, or if an Ana throws an anti-nade in there and you just have that damage order to follow it up, yeah, it's gonna be just brutal to the enemy team with supports.
Or keep an eye on Lust here on that Zenyatta. Zen will be the primary damage dealer besides Moira, and with that Discord Orb, he can really get a lot done, bringing the enemy Lucio down. Well, it looks like they are playing pretty slow here, just looking for that opening. And the big boop coming out from Cat Dad onto Great One, and Great One also getting Lust off. Looks like they will be even here. However, Charlie Niners does have that Zen for that extra damage.
Right, yeah, that's gonna be big. I think having Hoot there on the Zenyatta. Oh, it looks like David trying to pull a flank here is able to. Yep, you see a little bit of a swap.
So we got a Zen and Ana versus some Moira and Ana.
It's really, I think, going to come down to whoever gets the bigger anti-nade. I mean, making it where the other team can't heal themselves is going to be it. Unless we see
big delete from Hoot.
Hoot helping out there. Heck yeah. And now Sweets has to figure out how they're going to, as a Moira, how they're going to take down a Zen and an Ana on point.
He's going to have to save his fade.
Oh.
Okay, well, as I say that...
Oh, no. Yeah, the sleep.
I was going to say he needs to save that fade to cleanse the anti, but it looks like it won't matter because Sweets will get slept.
And Hoot at the end there with a little bit of a tactical crouching, making sure he's not getting shot.
Yeah, you never know when a Widow will come out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. You never know who's going to come at you, so 2-2. Is this first to 3?
I believe so. It could be longer, but we will see. Looks like they are coming out over on the side of GG Go Next with the original Mercy, Ana, Zen, Lucio, and over on Charlie Niners, they're going to be coming out with the Moira instead of the Mercy.
Nice, and Great One being put to sleep right off the bat here. Cat Dad trying to get the anti-nade on him. Unfortunately, sitting still a little bit too long, but Great One does get picked while Hoot getting that pick on Cat Dad. So each team is down a guy, but it's going to be crazy not having that Ana with you, unfortunately. So looking pretty good for Brox's team here. Oh, gosh. Also getting that kill on Lust. The anti-nade kill. Sweets. Oh, Cher trying to sneak around the back, see if he can't get that res. He's looking for it, but Hoot guns him down.
Charlie Niners with a win.
Let's go.
So from that entire thing, we had Cher with a total of, sorry, I'm adding it up in my head, about 14 points, and Brox with a total of 16 points.
Awesome, great stuff.
Give that man Brock some upvotes and get him that epic. You expect that Elim medal to be coming out from one of the Zens or Moiras, but it actually does come out from the Ana.
for the Ana. I think it's those big anti-nades, really. I think it's that kind of like splash impact damage, and everybody else shooting with her. I think she enables a lot of the kills, even if it was the Zen actually securing it. I think she kind of like helped lead it up, and that's where that maybe comes from.
Yeah, for sure. Those Ana nades were definitely huge.
So it looks like right here we're moving on.
So it looks like we'll be heading over to the other two teams who will be getting their chance. And I'm going to be adding up current points right now.
Are we doing another support fight?
Yeah, it's gonna swap over to the other two teams.
Oh man, I thought we just did. Okay.
So it looks like
There is so much going on today.
okay. So we did get a pause.
Yeah, looks like we will be going ahead and start in a few seconds here. We got two in the squad versus pack. So, see if we see the same kind of plays coming out here. See if we see a few different heroes being utilized. Looks like just no Brig across the board is going to be used today. When we're seeing mirror comps here on the support teams.
So let's see what Cypher can get done on that Ana. I believe Cypher is an Ana main. If we remember the finals, Cypher played a lot of Ana. So we can expect some huge antis out from Cypher. We saw him in the finals, we'll see him here. Although Nico, right as I say that, Caster Curse gets the anti, however, Moose does get that res.
Nice, good stuff.
Cypher with some big shots coming out here. Keep an eye on her. Getting a lot of chip damage in, but nothing enough to finish him off. Although Cypher does get antied, will drop low, get slept, and Cypher will go down. Moose is sure to follow afterwards with being low HP. However, Moose will escape.
Yeah, Moose is just getting around there, just trying to get away from the damage. But another big anti coming out. Nico getting these huge antis out, winning these fights.
The res coming onto Cypher still will be a 3v4. And Wombat will kill Cypher.
Yeah, big shout out to Nico. Looks like he's able to. All these kills that have been happening so far for Toop's team have been through those Nico anti-nades. So we do have Moose and Endo over here. I think they're kind of hoping maybe that the other team rotates. Maybe they can try to get a res before they go for this point cap. But it looks like they are playing pretty spread out to help defend those reses. Nico back there waiting. He knows what's going to happen. Securing that kill on Moose along with Wombat, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy pick over on Endo. Finishing up the match here, or the round.
Okay, so it looks like before I will go over point totals while we're waiting for the next heroes. It looks like not counting the healer round that just happened or the ones before that, it looks like Roxas team is at 17, Cher's team is at 17, Pack's team is at 10, and Toop's team is at 19. That is not counting any of the points from either of these healer rounds so far.
Sounds good. Interested to see how it changes after this.
The early anti coming out onto Moose. He will drop low, and he will get deleted. He does bring Nico down, but Nico will escape. And no mercy over on the side of Insomnia Pack means that they won't get the res off.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for them right here. And they are taking advantage of that, pushing the enemy deep into their spawn.
Wombat with the delete onto Pack and Cheese. Endo trying to help do something, although it looks like he will be antied.
Oh. Toop getting a big boop over there on Cypher, and it's going to come down to just Endo again, running away from the enemy team.
Endo,
see how long he lasts up in here.
Endo escapes.
See that right, Lucio, 4-man.
I mean, looking at this main tank sense, you can see moving around. Get what I'm saying about that main tank sense, right?
Maybe he's just cold. Maybe he's shivering, you know? Maybe those are shivers from the cold room he's playing in right now.
Now, I get the feeling Endo doesn't play Lucio. And it looks like he will get deleted by the supports.
I'm
And
seeing at
Wombat will
least
get
a couple games of Lucio Ball.
for sure, for sure. He got
Maybe 2 or
those
3
boops.
though.
He got those boops.
Yeah, yeah. Most definitely so. Early lead coming out from Toop here, 2-0. We're going to have to see if Pack Squad can bring it back or if this is going to be a closeout. But yeah, I don't know how I feel. I feel like you're going to want that Mercy in this. Even though it's hard to get the res, you kind of want the option of resing available in your game. But there must be some agreement about no Brig, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like.
Well,
Yeah, I definitely agree.
was that the random hero? Do they just decide, instead of a random hero every time, it's going to be just Brig not happening?
Yeah, I believe so. That was probably just something they discussed. Looks like Nico did DC, so we will be waiting for him to come back.
Okay.
I am tallying up the points so far.
Sure.
And currently we are looking at, let me crunch the numbers real quick.
All right, we're going to get our supercomputer on that.
I'm going, and we got. All right, we got some big point discrepancies now after the beginning. So we got Brox's team, Charlie Diners over at 33. We got Cher's team over at 31 points. We got Toop's team at 27 and Pack's team at 14.
All right, looking good over here. Yeah, Pack, unfortunately, carrying up the caboose there. Want to see it. Maybe if he can turn the support game around, maybe he'll get a few more points out here. Otherwise, it is going to be kind of rough going into those semifinals and finals from that. So, but it looks like Nico is back, and we are starting up with maybe the last round. Both teams decided to run a Mercy this time. We're seeing the 3 main healers rocking on Pack's side. I think that'll work good for him. I think that'll work pretty well for him. I think Endo maybe not super used to that Lucio, and you don't really need the Lucio. You can do just well with your supports rocking this squad. So we'll see how it works out for him. As long as they don't get a huge anti-nade from Nico, who's been showing so far that he is definitely capable of doing that in this game. Toop getting right up aggressive right off the bat here. Oh, and there it is. There's Nico's big anti.
Wombat can hit these shots here. Look for E500 to easily take this third map. I think it really comes out to the Zen battle. And Toop getting rid of that Zen. You can't have a Zen battle if one team has their Zen dead. And a huge anti coming out from Cypher. Wombat, Toop, and Mage all dropping low. However, they will get healed up.
And then those boops too. There's another one. Oh, there's another one, and you can't res those. Toop securing 2 kills that cannot get rezzed.
Toop just popping off.
Endo doing what he can, but it looks
Toop
like
trying. Yep, Toop trying his best to take his team to the top.
That's smart. That's good. Get those boop kills because there's no bringing them back. You guarantee that that's one less person that's gonna be in the fight. So, and I think we're about to see one of them right here actually. If not, I don't think the 2 were close enough, but it will be the one on Cypher.
Huge boops coming out. I think they definitely needed to watch out for that ledge. All right. So it looks like, crunching the numbers here, we have an official score tally.
Okay.
So it looks like we have Brox's team with 33 in first place. Cher and Toop are both tied for 31, and Pack is in last with 16. So basically, next, overall, I tallied up the points. It will be a 4v4 team deathmatch on Dorado. Number 1 team, which in this case is Brox's team, gets to choose their opponent. And the winner of the semifinals moves on. First place, Brox. I'm putting it in chat for the team to see.
Chat, I'll be right back, by the way, while you're doing this.
Okay. So they will be picking teams, and it will go into the semifinals of our All-Star game. So it looks like he is still looking. So yeah, just a
All right, Mike.
reminder. All right. So just a reminder, chat. They will be going for a semifinal matchup between Brox's team and whoever they choose, and then the other. So it looks like he will be choosing Cher's team. Cher's team consists of Cher, and we'll see who else on the team. Looks like it'll be the team of Cher, Lust, Sweets, and Cat Dad. They will be playing a 4v4 team deathmatch. The winner of this will move on to the finals, and the other two will do the same thing, and they will go to a 4v4 team deathmatch on Hanamura for the All-Star Game Day 1 championship.
All right. And again, guys, for those of you who weren't here, make sure to tune in again tomorrow for at same time, 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll be doing the second round of ASG, which will be a more standard. It's a 6v6 standard fight going on.
Yeah, it'll be more of a Division 1 versus Division 2 deal.
Okay. So make sure to tune in for that. It should be a good time. It'll be a little less chaotic than today, but today is a pretty good. This is a good fun community day we're having. So. All right, looks like we're getting into it right now.
All right, so we will be getting the 4v4. It'll be interesting to see what team comps come out. You do see David, a great DPS player, on one team, and then it'll be interesting to see if Sweets runs that Sombra that we saw him using earlier, or if he decides to play support here. His Sombra is very good.
Yeah, I liked watching it. It was good stuff. Really coming down to the wire on some of those kills and being able to TP out. Looks like he's definitely been playing Sombra before. So
David will come out with a Torbjorn, and Sweets will come out with the off tank actually. That's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Great One can do over on that Tracer. But keep an eye on David here and see how this Torbjorn works out.
Yeah, I'm interested to know if these teams are running what works good for them or kind of making sort of a comp here. So
looks like we'll get the pick off on Cat Dad, and Lust will answer back with David. They are running a Tracer against that Brigitte in Great One versus Lust, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out.
Right, and who'd able to secure that kill on Lust? Overall, on Brox and Great One, able to get some early picks right here.
Even out Great One, his Tracer is phenomenal. He has good tracking and good blink range. And David answering with the hammer kill onto Sweets at the end of that.
Wonderful.
He is fighting McRight-Click on this left side here. Molten Cores is going to get frozen. Has that heal. Does take out Sweets. They do take out McRight-Click. It looks like it will be taking an early 9-1 lead here. I think it's first 225, although I may be wrong. Look for Cher to take that matchup against Brox. However, as I say that, David takes out Cher. It is just the caster curse. That's the way it is. Seems like David on this Torbjorn, they just can't have an answer for him. And look, he's trying to hammer Sweets.
Oh my god.
Brings it down low. Great One gets the finish off.
Wow, I'm just going for these hammer kills. 12-2. Not looking so great so far for Share Squad, but they do have time to pull this around.
Boot with the kill onto Share. Looks like it is 13-3, and I think this is going in favor of Charlie Niners. However, let's see if GG Go Next can answer back with some kills. They are running double hit scan on a and a Mei here. Try to take care of that Torb turret and that Widow. Plus with the kill in the Widow as I say that. Widow with those sights up. We will be seeing the Molten Core coming out from David. He will cover that exit and trap him in the room, and Cat Dad is just gonna sit and burn, and he's gonna go down. David with the double, David with the triple, David with every single kill. I don't know. I think this Torbjorn is definitely carrying it for him.
Oh, it's nice too. When Brock's popping that sight, you can see, oh, hey, everybody's stuck in this little box, and I have an ultimate that makes literally the floor lava. Like, what a wonderful play that was. So,
and he pulling out the hammer here, goes in, thinks better of it, backs up. They do delete Lust. He goes with his hammer, gets the kill on Liana. This is a man possessed. He's going and getting every single
they're
kill.
Pushing straight to the spawn. As they're spawning, they're just getting gunned down. Great one right there, hitting that 15 kill streak before falling.
Will you help me out with this hammer, trying to get this kill? He does get another kill. That is 3 hammer kills to David's name. Count him 3.
David just playing for the memes right here. And looks like this is gonna be first to 30. Brock's only needing 5 more kills on his side. It's gonna be hard to pull this one around.
4 kills with the hammer. Almost
David,
5.
Oh, will he go for that?
No, he does finish off Sweets with his gun. David is my MVP of this 4v4 over on that Torbjorn. Probably yelling at his team to let him get the hammer kill to finish this. Instead, dinks her, and that is it.
Dinking it. Dang. Wow, well, good stuff. Charlie Niners doing some great stuff here. Seeing a great one on that Tracer, doing some pretty good plays.
He stole the play here from, I think it was this kill onto the Yana.
Yeah, and then this delayed kill on Mei. Unfortunately, Sweet's trying to get out of there, but, you know, not a whole lot you can do in a room full of lava. So, David, MVP. Hey, he was your MVP, and he was MVP.
80% of the match on fire.
4 hammer kills. Look at that card. Wow.
We are forming a new OD team, it says.
So good stuff. So we'll see how our second game goes.
Now, this next matchup will be between Toop's team and between Pack's team. So we're going to see a matchup between Insomnia Pack and B500. Looks like some little banter coming out from the two teams. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, what were you saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying hopefully it's a little bit closer on this one. Interesting seeing David getting that 80% match on fire. I think it's nice playing the Torb here just because, you know, things are kind of chaotic and loose. And you're kind of just going around the map, and I think that Torb turret gives you such great map control. And, of course, that hammer provides such great blunt trauma. So between the two of them, yeah, I think that was pretty good watching that Torb pick on there.
Yeah, and it looks like Pack and Cheese, his team, will be going through a name change. They're no longer Insomnia Pack, and they're instead Suicide Pact. So keeping up with that Pack theme from Pack and Cheese and going with what they're feeling at the moment.
Interesting. Okay. Wonder if we'll be hearing from the admins about that later. Moving on to the next map here.
Note to the admins, that wasn't my decision to say that. I had to.
Yeah. They're holding me hostage. Help.
Just blink twice if you're being held hostage by the admins.
Yes.
Spidey.
All right. Oh, a strictly DPS squad coming out over here. With Pack's new team.
With the Suicide Pact. And it looks like I'm gonna be looking over at Big Daddy Toop on that Big Daddy Roadhog. Getting these
Ooh, yeah,
kills, seeing if he
definitely.
can get those hooks. I think Roadhog is sometimes undervalued in 1v1s and 4v4s. He can get those kills and heal up, and there aren't very many counters you can go in a 4v4 because he can easily just delete one of them. He does get
Right.
scammed
Yeah.
out of a
Oh,
hook right
easy.
there, but let's see what
Yeah.
he can
Yeah.
do.
No. So all he needs is one good hook, and it's an instant kill on any of these DPS, and that's kind of insane when you think about the generosity of that. Like basically a one-shot body shot. So.
So just a reminder, the final standings before this were Brox at 33, Cher at 31, Toop at 31, and Pack at 16. And Brox and Cher's team just played, and Brox's team won. So now we're in the match between Toop and Pack.
So B500, unfortunately losing Mace right there. Oh, the game's starting to go around. While the Pack squad getting some kills here. Interesting, they're running the Mace. Good call right there. You're seeing that res coming out and giving them those points back. So good stuff. The Tup over here able to secure that hook kill on Moose. Trying to do 1v1 with Cypher right here.
Looks like Toop will get that kill. We'll actually see if they do pair up a Mercy with that Pharah. But it looks like they will just keep the Pharah and go for a DPS comp. You see Endo over on that Symmetra looking for some kills. Again, with his tank sense, making this even better. And Pack and Cheese does have his Bob here. And as I say that, he sends it out, runs into a wall, and see if he can get any kills.
Looks like he's trying. Bob, also with those Centaurs right around him, able to get that kill on Nico. They do a pretty good cleanup right in here, pushing in this point. Bob able to kind of lay down some of that suppressive fire they need to really push in and secure those picks. So we're going 7-7, all tied up.
So yeah, it looks like Pack and Cheese and his team, the Suicide Pact, they will not have those heals to like top them off. So they're gonna have to play around these health packs, and Cypher's gonna have to play safe.
And I guess Base must be getting punished enough on that Mercy pick. Swapping over to Brig now. Kind of combating Moose, keeping him off the team. Unfortunately, though, Moose does get that pick on Wombat. So,
Big Daddy Toop going for that big hook, and he does miss it, but he will be approaching Pack and Cheese. Like I said, Pack and Cheese cannot heal up. He has to play around those health packs and just back up. Cypher at 1 HP, we'll just see if she gets picked off out of the air. Well, she does get the Widow as I say that.
wow, seriously.
We do have an ult coming in from Toop. Won't get anything. But he will end up getting Pack and Cheese right after Pack and Cheese gets Wombat on the Widow.
A lot of trading here. Yeah, both teams doing a good job just like trading 1-to-1. Both teams steadily climbing up to the scoreboard here. We'll see who manages to hit that 30 first.
Seems like this is a very even match coming from the two teams here. This one is definitely a close one.
Yeah, especially with both teams running like pretty kind of similar comps here too. You know, we're seeing both those snipers coming out with Moose and Pack.
Nico just has to
Wombat.
sit and burn. Just has to sit and burn. The Brig was dead.
Pack
and Cheese getting-
Pack killing it right now. Yeah.
It looks like that not having a healer isn't punishing him too much. Looks like they are doing a good job of playing around the health packs, and they're just getting a lot of kills. Although Wombat does get 3 of his own, and it'll be interesting to see if Cypher can use that ult here to maybe get a couple of kills. But they say that she does get killed. Look
Yeah,
out
like
for
you said, it is pretty even here. Mace going back over to that Mercy though, getting that res. That's an easy free point, and they are able to secure that pick. That's awesome. Good stuff. I love that. I love how they can get the points back with Mace. It really brings res to like a whole new like how useful it is on both sides at the same time in this perfect matchup here.
Bob will come in, but will be kind of negated by that little corner that he was thrown into. And Moose with the big off onto Nico. We are getting down to the last 10 points, and it is only a 1-point game. They are just getting trays left and right. Pack and Cheese dying to that Venomine because they don't have any healing. However, it does seem to be working out for them.
Yeah, seriously, the whole way up, this is a very even match, but with both sides slowly climbing at the same time. Looks like Cypher's trying to get a little bit aggressive here with all the hit scan. I'm pretty surprised Cypher's still on this Pharah. Still able to do some work even with the comp that they're running.
We got Mick right click from Nico, just killing 2. You got the duel. You see Endo coming out with the Torbjorn was on the Symmetra earlier. Although it looks like B500 is pulling this out. Nico with 3 kills, Toop with another kill onto Endo. Surprise Cypher is still sticking on that Pharah with 3 hit scan and a Mercy coming out. Nico trying to dodge those shots. Wombat with a kill onto Cypher. I'm looking for Cypher to switch right here. I think they need a healer. But it looks like Cypher will stick with it. Moose gets picked off. And with High Noon and Valk, it looks like this might be going the way of B500, but as I say that, Endo does answer back with a kill. 2 kills. It looks like it is a close game.
Moose just shut down Nico on that High Noon, headshot him before he get it off. Yeah, if B500 can hold this high ground, I think they can pull this off, but we'll have to see which way it goes. Looks like they're just trying to bunker down, maybe hope the B500 comes to them. We'll see. They are just kind of waiting. We're both teams kind of just waiting to see what their team does here. We're seeing a bit of a sniper battle over here. Wombat able to get down that turret. 2 getting packed. They just need the last pick. B500 just needs one more. But Moose gets
back.
all these kills. Awesome stuff right here.
Just 1 kill. That's all is needed from the side of B500. Suicide Pact looking to not get headshot.
Yeah, Nico's just looking. He's just looking for that one arrow kill to end the game.
And they don't have any heals. They have to play around this Mega. Pack and Cheese drops low. He really has to back off. Almost has the Bob. Looks like they're going to have to just play safe. And I'm guessing B500 is going to win off of this right here. And that is the match. Looks like in the finals, we're going to have B500 versus Charlie Niner. Check out this play of the game from Pack and Cheese. This is the 3K that he popped off on.
Yeah, Pack doing really good stuff over here on the Ashe.
Ashe misses a few times on 2, but gets him.
Is it just my eyes, or do they still have that thing where, like, when you're aiming down the sights of Ashe, it gets kind of, like, the frame drops?
I believe that fixes on the PTR.
Oh, okay. Because I definitely still see it. Like, when I look, and it throws me off, and I imagine it throws a lot of Ashe players off, because it's definitely weird that jump. Like, 60 is fine, but when it's the big jump, it's interesting.
Yeah, I can definitely mess you up, especially if you're playing on, like, 144 hertz or a 240 hertz monitor. It can definitely screw up how it looks and how it feels. Because if you're not getting at 144 or 240 frames, then it can laggy and mess up your game.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're just waiting now, I guess, for the finals here. Finals 4v4 team deathmatch on Hanamura. Winner will be the All-Star Game Day 1 champion. So just to see how this game goes. We're just waiting for them to get it set up right now. Get the map set up. So chat, are you going to the Overwatch Pretenders meetup next month?
I think we were talking about it, and I don't know if I can make it, dude. That's all the way in California. Sadly, I wanted to see Spidey, although I heard he looks like John Mulaney.
It's pretty good stuff, honestly. Meetups, Spidey, it's all good. It's gonna be a fun time. Anybody who's out there who's gonna be meeting up with us, we're going to the Overwatch League, the opening kind of session, which is gonna be the February 14th through the 17th. And so if anybody's gonna be out there that time, make sure you hit us up. I know we got a meetup going on in the chat. I'd love to see you guys out there. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see chat.
Sadly, you can see me on the finals yesterday if you go watch the VOD. All right,
It'll be good, so make sure that.
It looks like Toop might be going for this jump here. It looks like Toop does give up on going for the jump. I think he could have made it. Brock to early pick off. David's going to be sticking with that Torbjorn. It'll be interesting to see as Toop just gets bursted down. David is asleep. Does get antied. Looks like he will be able to 1v1. Oh, it looks like Wombat pulling out the kill on the Ana.
Yeah, this is kind of an insane matchup so far. David already, or excuse me, I've seen the molten core, it confuses me.
Ombot is popping off on this Ana, just getting kill after kill, but it looks like Charlie Niner will be early lead onto the back of Brox's Widow.
I mean, they've got some really good, strong DPS players here, Charlie 9 does, and I mean, this is a team deathmatch, so it's going to be interesting to see how this game plays out in the long run. David setting that turret up in an interesting spot up top, maybe trying to hold this courtyard as they push through here.
Yeah, we know obviously China has those good DPS players, so I think B500 has to utilize those tanks and supports like they are to beat them and try to take out Hoot as fast as possible. I think the Ana is the good pick because of that anti-nade. You can just negate all of Hoot's ability.
Right, definitely. Wombat almost like that nano. I'm interested to see what he does here with a nano, and if they're trying to get like a nano blade charged up, or if they want to try to stagger their ultimates out. A 4v4, kind of interesting the way you want to play ults and maybe like your ult management, but starting to see a little bit of a catch up here.
Interesting. Okay, he does decide to pull out the blade eventually, although it might have been a little bit too late. Although he does get both kills, and they will be pretty even so far. I think this game, my prediction is Charlie Niner, just because they're DPS players. You have David and Brox, just two phenomenal DPS players, and Great One playing out that McCree. It'll be interesting to see what can happen. David, as I say that, answering with 2 kills. And we have Nico and Brox going at each other, although it looks like Nico will take that duel. We see Heinen coming out from Great One, purely for a reload. Wombat will get a kill himself. It looks like Wombat swapped off that Ana a while ago and is now running McCree.
Yeah, they got him on McCree and they've got Mage back over there on the Mercy, maybe trying to negate some of the kills coming out, so.
Nico does get that kill onto Brox. Double McRight click coming out, and it looks like Great One is the better McRight click, and see 3K coming out from that DPS line of Brox, David, and Great One. I think that those three are the reason why they'll be able to pull this out.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting too, running that Reinhardt.
I think that's actually good against all those snipers. Just kind of play back, let your McCree get to work. But I'd like to see them run something like a Hog alongside it. I think, hate to say it, but I think if B500 wants to win this, they're going to have to pull out some form of Goats or some form of Hog, Mei, Ana, Keeper, or something like that.
Yeah, and that's smart. I do think that, like, just like they did in Capture the Flag, I think a form of their baby goats would work well here, but unfortunately, as they are dropping, it's looking like they might not have a chance to do so. Nico trying to pop a blade in the back here as he runs out.
And with that, it looks like not this fight, but next fight with a kill onto Mage. 2 more kills needed from Charlie Niner.
One of them.
Oh, they won't win if Nico has anything to say about it. As soon as you see Nico can clutch this. Although the McCree does counter Wombat. The kill to Nico. 1 more kill. However, he does get res, negates that kill. That's why Mercy is so valuable. Our big dude Daitube does go down. It looks like his team will follow. That is it.
4-2, but unfortunately it's just so hard every time he tries to push up there. He does get pushed back by the team, so. Yeah, here we have it. Charlie Niners, the victor. Winning the All-Star game day 1. So, kind of an interesting time out here today. We've seen a lot of stuff we don't usually see on the Overwatch Pretenders channel, all these different game modes and everything. But overall, it's been good. It's been a good time. It's been fun. Yeah.
Looks like they will be hopping into bugs. So I think overall, just kind of really fun. I think that healer 4v4 was definitely one of the most exciting events of the day, and it was really interesting to see the teams plot their different strats and see how everything went. So congrats again to Brox, David, Hoot, and Great One for being our All-Star champions day number 1.
Definitely. That was good stuff. Good seeing them play. Some of the game modes were just a little bit different. It's been a little bit. I know it's been a little bit difficult over here to kind of keep up with all the different stuff going on, but
Yeah, for sure.
definitely a fun time. So you said they're pugging right now.
I think they were gonna do pugs. I think Pack and Cheese is one of the pug leaders. I think they're gonna set up a pug. Looks like they are,
So they
but
are. So those of you who have done pugs in the past or have not, go check out pugs. It's a good time. I think you have to have the role to get into pugs, which you can easily get on the role assignment page there. But yeah, pugs is a good time. So if you're out there right now and you haven't been into pugs yet, it's a good time to just kind of play in some good team comps. You're gonna get usually a much better experience from it than you would from a comp game.
it's
Um,
comp without your sim one tricks and Genji and Stillox, so it's definitely better. So definitely
yeah,
check that out. Yeah, I think
yeah, go check
overall a
that
fun
out.
time. And don't forget, tomorrow at 8 Eastern, we are going to be having day 2 of the All Star game. Casters to be determined, 100% sure. An announcement will go out about when it will start with the stream. And come check out some really great Overwatch. It'll be a lot more serious, like actual competitive 6v6, and we'll figure out which one is the better division.
Right. Yeah. Tomorrow's game will feel a lot more like a standard game as opposed to kind of the mini game version we just kind of got done hosting. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I think that's about it. Chat. Do you got anything to throw on the end here?
Well, I think the only thing we can do is big thank you to Forebears for organizing this. A big thank you to Spidey for helping out with the stream. A big thank you to all the admins, people who set up this All Star game. Big shout out to all the players for making it a fun time, and a big shout out to all you viewers for coming and stopping by.
Definitely. It all sounds good. Of course, no doubt. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you everybody for getting this set up. Again, thank you to Four Bears. We won't have him with us very much longer, so we have to enjoy him while we got him a minute longer.
We had to throw him out to be better looking. He's too good looking for
Yeah, I
us.
mean he had to go. Obviously, like you can't have that much talent just floating around in here, making the rest of us look bad. So, but yeah, so good stuff. You know, Chat and I both stream. If you guys ever want to check us out, I'm on Twitch. I'm the_Guffinator.
I'm over on Twitch too at chatnoir01.
There you go. And then yeah, so we'll be seeing you guys next time. Don't forget to again tune in that game tomorrow. And I believe that is about it for our announcement. So thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good day.